Alright, trying something different for this video. By that, it's gonna be playing a 1K. I don't know what Plain Explain this is gonna be. I think it's a 22 or 23. But yeah, it's 4 in the morning right now, and I decided I'm gonna record. I like went for a little bit of a run, so I feel like I could talk maybe somewhat smart. Usually I can't at this hour. Every time I try and record a video, it's just a disaster, but we'll see. I'll try and talk about what's going on tables in hands I'm not involved in. I think this is close to pure from the cutoff, and I'm going to be doing it obviously on a 67. You get the overcall from Mikey, and this is the fish. Gonna be playing pretty standard versus the regs, but versus the fish. Multi-way, I don't know. I'm pretty sure these boards, I just bet really high frequency for a small size. Puts the button in a weird spot with his under pairs, knowing the guy behind. Gonna be explaining the two fish versus the regs, and here I don't know anything about this player. But he's not that deep stacked, so I think we're gonna just 3-bet him and get it in. I think here we could do both. We don't have that much high card value. Given that there's no razors though, I expect to have a pretty good hand. I think we'll go with the big bet. And I guess I'm just gonna be getting it in here. Especially on this flop. I might just shove on the flop. Am I getting donk shoved on? Here I don't think we're ever gonna bluff this hand. Come on, let's hold. Nice. Okay, that's a good start to the 1K. And here I don't think we bluff this hand. We block too much of his calling range. We don't block that much though. He has a lot of these straight draw hands like king. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think we just have to go with that hand on the river. Multi-way, we just don't have enough bluffs. Like, even though in theory you block a lot of the calling range, like this hand probably wouldn't take it 6 max. I'm just gonna be way nittier when I reopen the turn. And then losing to hands like this is just a disaster, right? Yeah, we just have to bet river for value. Alright, gonna fold 10-8. Hopefully this game runs a bit longer. The one of the fish died. If not, I'll just open the 1-2s and finish the video. There's some 1-2s running here now. Yeah, I feel kind of shitty about not. My opponent did seem pretty capped on the river the way he was playing because he is a fish. Yeah, I really regret this actually. It's okay though. We made 700 over here with pocket tens. That's the hand every time I play 1K and L in a video. Just absolutely rinse with pocket tens. Damn this guy. Dude, it's only fish that can run up stacks this big. A reg will never have that big of a stack. Jack 9 just a pure fold here. Ace 9 off. I'm gonna be folding. I'll try and pay attention to some action. This guy is probably the player in the pool I should respect the most out of everyone in Ontario, to be honest. From just playing versus them. I think he's ran pretty well versus me, so it's hard to tell for sure, but he definitely plays very solid. I don't know, usually I think people are better than they are, and the more I play versus them, I'm like, but he's pretty good. He definitely plays poker. That's a good way to put it. Like most of the regs. This guy plays poker too, but I do think. I guess I shouldn't say too much about what I think, because my videos are, for some reason got a bit more popular. But yeah, he's good, and he's like popular. He has like a coaching service or whatever. Jeez. Queen 9's just a pure fold. What happened here? This guy got it in versus Nikolai. Hopefully he rebuys. The game will still run as long as this guy has big blinds. Not much going on so far, pretty boring video. He plays 2.5x open, which is fine. I don't really like it though, from EP. Here this hand is basically pure. as a 3-bet blind versus blind. I don't know too much about this guy. All I know is games run around him. I think here we can just bet 25% pot with close to range. A lot of my bluffs still hit this board with the queen and the jack, so I don't have too much misses. Like obviously the connector is like 6-7 suited miss, but like that's just not that big of a part of my range. I don't think we need to turn our hand into a bluff now. I think we just check. I think you could defend some of the lower stuff. And here this is just now pure fold. We could debatably 3-bet this hand, but we're never going to cold for it. And on the river, I think our hand actually does become a bluff. I think we'd rather take a hand like 8-9 or jack-9 and do a re-raise bluff here on the river, blocking like full houses. Don't think like the doubled straight blocker is enough of this river opening range. And then here we just have to go with this, I believe. It's close. We double, don't block queen 9. I mean, this is close. Because he is going to check range on the river. I think we do have other bluffs, actually. The 9s is probably a little too much showdown. Like, we beat hands like 7s, right? Like, it's too much showdown. We obviously block at the straight, but I don't think that's, like, enough of his, like... he's raising some straights in the flop, maybe as a bluff, and he only has 4 combos of 10-9. Compared to all the other combos of hands he has. This is just going to be a pure... I'll look at that, though. I'm going to be running most of the hands I play in the description today. I said that every video, and I haven't done that, but... Today, I'm going to make the video, there's going to be less hands, and I'm going to make the video probably a little shorter, because I do want to be able to review them and get some sleep. But yeah, especially double queen 9 blocker here. And he is calling hands like this to 25% on the flop, so we do have a lot of showdown. And it's not like, I mean, what are we getting to fold, right? It's like jack X. Is that worth betting the river? Like, how much jack X does he have? I think 1/3 is okay here. Yeah, you can play half pot in other strategies, but I don't mind 1/3. It's pretty disconnected. I'm gonna be taking a look to make sure I'm not losing that much EV from cutoff. I think 1/3 is fine, and I think now we just have to check on this turn. I mean, we want to be reopening a lot, but I think this hand is just, there's no point. The king is obviously a good card. The heart is depends how often he's re-raising hearts, and I'm just gonna have to look him up on this river. He kind of bets pot with his value, which makes me think he's bluffing. Just a little fish exploit there. I think this hand here is worth the reopen when Nikolai over. This guy doesn't play really a raising range, so I don't want to go too big because he probably does have a lot of calls. I think we can just play 1/3 with range here. I wish we had a heart, but I think 1/3 is okay. Snap, not feeling good. I think we just lose every time now. Queen deuce here, it's actually like probably close. Funny enough. But we'll defend for the video 4 ways. Tempted to like look them up, but I don't think that's the play. I don't think, actually I think the fact that it's suited and high, but you do actually start to fold a lot. Oh, I have a really good hand here to bluff. I think my only sizing, I'm trying to think. I do think I would reopen an ace. But maybe my only sizing is a 3. Yeah. We'll go this, just because in theory, like I'm not thinking of the objective balance of this strategy. I do think like an overbet here would just look too value heavy with the 3. Or like, I don't know. Like would I bet it with a 3, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And now I'm just going to give up the river. They call, I think he just has an ace, and I'm not beating an ace. But and I think even multi-way and overbet here would make sense. Alright, 8-9 with the fish. We're just going to open. He is shorter. I'm going to open a 2.5 because I don't want Ivers to get a read and over 3-bet me here. Otherwise, though I do think in theory 2x as an overall strategy could be more profitable. If I had aces here, I might have 2x, hoping he levels himself. Because he is shorter, and I want to open more hands. So like the overall objective of my strategy is, or not, I don't know if that's the word, but yeah. Gonna check now that we hit a pair. We have a straight. pretty good one too, because there's not much that beats. I'm trying to debate if raising the river is worth it. I just don't think he ever has better, right? Like he never has KJ here. Well, does he ever call worse? He might. He's a fish. Okay, we leveled with ourselves. He has Jack 8. Jesus, man. Wrong read there. So we lost 7 extra big blinds. Also, losing the pot there sucks. Wow. That's crazy. I don't know why I'm reviewing it like this. Anyway, yeah, I guess I just had to read that the recreational would never bet Jack 8 for this size. I don't even think it's like a good play. Just 'cause I'm never folding an 8, my range is built around. Yeah. And he's also like doesn't have too many flushes. Wait, 7 deuce when in pre-flop? For how much money? Damn, this guy's a huge whale. He like plays a lot of tournaments. I think he like, kind of tries in the tournaments. But... I mean, he called off with the deuce. What the heck? Alright, here it's just a good squeeze opportunity. I think the size should get bigger. Like, I think we should go to 13. I don't know here, but I'm gonna go to 13. I think it's okay. The overcall. I think this guy's gonna call here. Wait, actually, he does fold. He's folded. Don't expect him to hit this board too hard. But he hasn't 3-bet once since he sat down, so. And you see the type of guy we really want a bluff. Our hand is also a decent hand to bluff, but. I think we just check though, unfortunately. Here on an 18, do we ever fold this hand? I think we fold this hand here on an 18 out of position. Damn, man. I guess we just muck. Pot has been his value size, so. That just sucks. I really wanted to call one more streak because we had 6 outs. But he just potted it. It sucks that a lot of these hands so far have been versus recreationals. I can't really talk too much about anything in the that cool about the hands. Let me look at the lobby, see if there's another thing opening. Nikolai's battling 2K. Heads up. You have him to 3.2. I guess we just have to call this end, yeah. With the discount especially. Well, that's the only reason. Eventually when they go to too big of a range, like you basically aren't calling anything that you wouldn't flat on the button. So the discount just is pretty irrelevant at that point. Like one big blind over like you have to win the pot a lot more often is the idea, right? So you don't need to call any of these marginal hands that are gonna lose more often than are not and are just gonna be dominated. You just call objectively stronger hands. So if he's opening UTG range for like 3.5x, right? Like you're just only calling hands that are basically ahead of like that overall range. And that range has like aces and kings and queens a lot, so you can basically just super overfold your big blind. If he starts open, if he's not doing it within the gun range though, then that's where it becomes exploitable. I think here this is just never really a thing. It's only versus button. Could be wrong. Could be doing this wrong. Gonna check here. Play over better check basically from the spot. So this is a pretty good hand to check. I think now on the turn, this fish will give value. I think we should actually check it because he probably bets if he has anything. And here, this is just a really profitable squeeze to 15 bigs here. I don't expect this guy to ever fold, so I might just get it in pre-flop for him. Because he has been whaling. On a 94, this hand I think could... No, I think from MP actually you're just calling this hand. I'm just going to put it in here. Not much I can do. Obviously our hand isn't that strong. We need like 33% equity though. He does too. He snaps. 10-9. Wow. Gonna be folding here on the top left. Okay, we have the world. Paint. Ah, so boring, man. Okay. Here, I didn't talk about this hand. I opened fours. I should have looked at number because it's not pure. E flats. We check range basically. Oh no, we don't check range in flop. We check a lot. And we're just gonna check again. And probably just lose this hand. Nice. Wow. I think here we just play 1/3 with range as our overall strategy. I think that's fine. Let me just triple check. Sometimes, if you don't study enough, you can forget the most simple spots in poker. Wow, this is like the dream spot. We do need to play a click back range, but it's never going to be with a hand like this. I don't think there's too many action killing cards for us. It kind of sucks when he has like 10-9 and he gets to see two cards, right? I mean, we do have the hand to not shove, right? It's unlikely. I mean, King X of Hearts is like... Is there any better traps than this? His draws are almost priced into call off, though. Only his heart ones, though. And the board was a rainbow flop. I'm gonna rip. Jesus Christ. So we went from coolered to a less coolered. Here versus the fish, I guess we'll bet a third. I think on this board in theory we want to play big better check. I don't know. He is shorter stacked, so I don't mind just waiting for the club. Get some value from some shit. I don't know if that makes that thought process is perfect, but perfectly sound, I guess. How much did I end up losing versus this whale? 250? Less? 245. But it's okay, we ran kings and aces the good way. The king high flop way. How long have I been recording? I don't know how many interesting spots there are, but I'm just gonna post to get back in the rhythm. The videos I'll try and make them very good. Is my goal actually right now. You know, I've been kind of burnt out caring about money at all. I just want to get back into caring about poker. Because the game is fun when you just play it for fun. Or like take it seriously but play it for fun. Is that ever worth here? Not really with the ratio that the fish is playing. It's a pretty good flop. At this stack depth, this is good luck us. I think this is, it's close. It's deeper though. It's like, do I really want to build the pot out of position here to like, with queen jack off? Probably not. I could just read it. I can just see a flop versus this guy. Versus the fish. I guess we just gotta fast play this, right? Any mucks? I don't know. Here, I think this hand's mainly going to be a call. On a 10, it's a call, I think. So I'm almost 100% sure it's not pure doing this. We'll go to like 5 out of position. I think we just check on this board. It kind of sucks, but it's just a terrible flop. Do we reopen turn? The jack of spades is kind of nice, but I just don't see the point of betting. Gonna be calling here on the left. I don't think we need to play raises with this hand. Expect to have the best hand of shit done here. Nice. Feels really good to win that. Oh yeah. I don't think there's anything else to do here besides check. I'm just trying to think now what I do on this river. A lot of his queen X does get there, right? Like he doesn't bet a lot of his queen X on the turn. A lot of his main bluffs on the turn are gonna be my hand. The 9 of spades is good because I think he doesn't really have it anymore. Outside of like, yeah, he doesn't really have it. Trying to think how much queen X I have and what my range looks like here. Be running a lot of these spots. So when I record a video, I kind of think about all my. Normally we're supposed to check range here, but I think my hand's gonna perform better as a small bet. Check on the 9 or bet. I can get his ace 5s to fold because he is calling those, right? If I check and he bets big, that's kind of awkward. I'd rather just fold out his high cards here. I guess what I'm thinking is a check, he picks the sizing. Yeah, and I found one. We needed a 6, or a jack, or a 10, or an 8. So we had the world. How long have I been recording? Only 22? Okay. Probably do like a 35-minute video or something. Hopefully I can finish the session strong. Has there been any, but yeah. I say this a lot, but I really do think I'm going to be posting more. It's hard to find the right time to post. I have to be in like in a mood to talk about poker and play it, which I honestly should be in more. I shouldn't play if I'm not in the mood to talk about it. So that's one. But then also it's you kind of want the right type of games. Like this has a lot of decent regs that I can play. Pretty normal verse. So yeah, a lot of times these games are just ridiculous. I guess it's a good thing, but I guess that's not true because games have been pretty bad recently. I probably could record more than I am. Here with 2 callers, I think this is just a fold. I'm gonna review that, but I'm almost positive that the 1.5 bigs here does not make money. I guess I'll just check 10-9, same thing as earlier. Should probably keep playing after end video, but I just want to get some sleep, to be honest. I gotta do the review. Gonna call here, I guess. He's been pawning a lot. If I thought he was just doing this with a really strong hand, I probably wouldn't. This isn't pot, which is actually probably something to like take note of, right? Like, doesn't that mean it's bluffy? Do we really want to bluff this guy though? I almost want to fold, but it feels like our hand's like too like in the middle to fold. But I do have like the read that he's maybe slightly weaker, but maybe he's just sizing down his value. Like he has like a hand like an ace, but he's worried about the flush, so he doesn't pot. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting. I could easily be leveled here, but I think I have the right read on how this fish is playing. So far, it's been accurate, right? Like if he has a good hand, he clicks pot. Otherwise, he like chooses a size to bet his hand. I'm sure maybe he will go like have like another sizing to bet his middlinger hands. Like if he had a queen here, maybe the fish would do something. But yeah, Obviously, like in poker, you want to have like the same sizing. I mean, you can rep different stuff with different like split your sizings on certain streets, but in general, you don't want to be face up. You don't want to bet different with your bluffs and your values. Is what I was trying to say. Like the range you're constructing around bluffs with that sizing should also, I mean, value with that sizing should also have bluffs for that sizing. There, I think I said it properly. Took me a second, but I got there. But yeah. So yeah, I changed my picture on Stars. It doesn't update it yet, but I might change my picture on GG. We'll see. There is a pretty soft 1-2 game going, but I don't feel like playing it. It's too soft for the video. I mean, how? Yeah. It's just three-handed with two fish, or two-handed. It would be three if I joined. What happened here? Let me look at some of their hands. We had king six. Did he bluff? Damn, he just went for a random feeling bluff. Oh no, he didn't. He called Jack 8 here on the flop. And then he check calls him down, right? Yeah. Here, I think you can play over bets. Let's see what number I roll. 27. Does that mean we want to play 1/3 here? I think I'll just stick to my 125 or check strategy. I don't think this hand ever needs to check. Could be wrong. Can open king queen suited. There's no leaderboard for 1K, right? Yeah. Oh wow. Let's kick it up block at threes. Let's kick it up block at threes. This guy I'm not really scared of. Gonna be playing like high frequency, small bet with this many people in the pot. Looking for like a little LaRusso raise here. Typical whale fashion. Okay, we got a raise. He probably has the draw though, so I'm expecting a hand like 10-9. I don't know. That's like the main draw Jack 10 got there. I'm kind of worried actually. I don't know if I go broke here. I mean, how do I fold versus this guy, right? Like, just like I don't think I can. I guess I call here. I don't know, maybe it's a fold. It's just like this guy's in the hand. Jesus Christ. I mean, how do I fold? I think we have to call at least one. Ugh. Call, right? Like, what is his hand? Is he doing this with King Jack? King. I think we're gonna have to call one and then just evaluate river. Okay, thank God. Yeah, that's why we have to call one. I know he has value, and there's just like not that many bluffs, but he has hands like this. It's just I can't believe he called that versus the raise call. But he is a fish. I guess I kind of forgot. Like sometimes I love myself. Like he has 1K bigs and he bet pot, so I knew he was betting value. I mean, I think he probably raised his pocket threes on the flop. Jack 10 is like he has like a lot. He's V-pipping 42, so he has a lot of combos of it, right? He had queen 9 off. He has Jack 10 for sure. Yeah. Just gonna be limp. Just gonna be calling here versus the fish. I think this hand is, on that number can 3-bet bluff, but there's no point of being polar there with 3-bets. I'd rather just be more merge or just like super value heavy actually. The EV of seeing a flop versus guy is too high, I think. And here we're gonna play a checking range. I should have looked at my number though. I think here without a club is just a pure check on the reopen. Or there's like anything that builds a straight. And then on the river, it might be a check. I mean, it is close to bottom, right? Yeah, I think we gotta bet this one. Maybe half pot's better. We're repping basically. We're betting a 6. A good, yeah, not a good 5. I don't know if a good 5's a bet, but Probably just have to call this guy when he checks flop. Though I do think if you had like a bluff, you might consider betting flop, so you might be on a slow play. Yeah, now he actually is repping it really well. Like a slow play, like getting hero call type thing. I'm gonna actually fold this hand, even though he is a whale. Like, whales are good at knowing people think they're whales. So you have 10-7. You showed one. I feel like you showed both. You gotta have ace-7 too. Whales are good at understanding that people know they're whales. I think here we just want to play overbet with the sevens. Especially at this depth. Just like a good king. I mean, he has 5s and 7s, but those raise flop. I know I have 7s, so he can't. I'm saying the theory behind going B175 there. I mean, maybe it's not that big. It's really hard to like use so much of these sets that it's like, do we really have a nut advantage? Like, and I'm not even doing that. Probably using that size with pocket kings. I mean, I have to. I think. No, probably not. I don't know. It's weird. Multi-way makes everything weird. Like, is he raising the flop here? I don't think he is. So, king 8 on a 6-8 will be an open. Especially this guy doubled, so this game might run a little longer. Damn, I'm kind of tilted I didn't reshove the, It's like in hindsight, you're just like... Because the thing is, I was debating, like, am I just going to end up calling river? Should I just shove? Because then at that point, there's so much money in the middle, and it's just like, if he has jack 10 or 3's nice hand, right? But I really just... No, I was actually really in the thought process that I was going to fold shove to a shove, actually, on the river. Thank God this guy checked queen 9. Imagine I got, like, folded queen in my hand. So I check back, he snap pots it. At this stack depth, I think we just fold. We need a 9 or an ace. But the thing is, he pots it. And on a card where we have ace king, like this is just never a thing from him, I think. We could just like reshove and rep the nuts, but I think we want to do that with a draw. I think a lot of ace king here would jam, actually. He has a lot of draws. I mean, obviously, the ace king with the flush draw probably wouldn't, and the ace king with the double flush draw, the ace king off with the double flush draw blocker probably wouldn't, but outside of that, I think every other ace king would jam. Big hand in the 1K. I could flat this sometimes, probably. This guy's not, the fish isn't really 3-betting though. Weird spot. Because he's a short stack. Okay, that's a good spot for us. I might just call. Maybe the fish comes along and punts really hard. Yeah. Good start. Good start here. I think we just fold here. I don't know what I did. I kind of zoned out. I was too focused on the aces hand. Ace 10 with the whale and the big. We're gonna open. Damn, I feel like I should keep playing like pretty big fish, whale. We're at 34 minutes, so I'll run it maybe normal duration. Not much to review in this video, but I'm gonna post just a post. I'm almost like I'm so critical, and I think the more I post, I'll get better at recording again. Just I remember rewatching a lot of my videos, and they were just really low quality. I think to the poker I want to put out. Not many spots so far in this video, to be honest. That's what I get for 3 tabling. But I do think I prefer the smaller tables amounts while recording. I actually get to think. I think this guy we just have to call, right? I might even call rip. I know I called the spot earlier. I mean, no sense, but it's just like here, it's like it's gonna come down to his size. I think here he doesn't. I mean, it's just got to be a queen, right? I'm gonna have to call. He's v-pipping too much. Yeah. I think if he has a better hand, he's gonna overbet there. If he has a flush, so then he's repping like basically for his type of hands a queen. And I just don't know. I just don't think he has a queen enough, so I'm like, okay. Here I think we do want to build a checking range. We can't just bet everything for a third, so I think we're gonna check back. This hand. The lower the pair is we want to bet, but I think coming in under the 7 is it's gonna flat the deuces here. Gonna check again here. I don't know, we could value bet. You win. That is a mixed 3-bet, but actually no, what is stack at depth, I don't know. On an 83 here, this hand can 3-bet bluff. But I'll call it because I took too long. So I think it's like if I don't know. I always do that. Like if I take too long pre, I'm not gonna 3-bet my mixes. Which is maybe exploitable if I time out with aces, but I think people will think the opposite anyway. For just the obvious reason that damn, he leads. I just don't think he's ever doing this with a value. He could, but he could be doing it with a hand with 1. I think this is close. I think it's gonna be a fold though. I think I want a suited hand. I know from the button it's 33. I don't know if King 10 off really is a 3-bet bluff anymore. You might just take suited queens. Yeah, that was my read on the lead. Like he has a lot of king eyes that beat as a bluff. I really don't think he had a hand on the turn. If he had a really strong hand, he'd want to put more money in the middle than just bet a third. He's just trying to get me to fold some shit. But I don't want to raise him because I think he still has a lot of continues. And I think if he was trapping in it, like any hand, he wouldn't do that either. Like it's like a nerdy reg thing, but it's not like a fish thing. I mean, like just the way this guy plays. I don't know. This video's been a lot about, I guess, exploiting. So people can let me know what you think of my exploits. I mean, in this video, because of variance, they have been good. Damn, we're gonna play a deeper pot here. On a 75, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think this hand really 4-bets. I mean, at this deep, I wouldn't know. But I'm just gonna call, keep it simple, because I don't know, so I'm not gonna do it. Trying to think what my opponent's sizing could be on the flop here. Could play, damn, this guy. Gonna just be calling here. I don't think we need to raise this hand over. He bets pot. Does our hand ever raise? Exploitively, I want to fold. Where's this player? Dude, is folding nitty? Wow, what a shit run out here for pocket tens there. I could raise, but on a 33, I think it's too low. I'm gonna look at this, like, I don't know. Folding's too nitty there. He doesn't really need a pot on the king, though. Like, we still lose the ace jack on a 9. I don't know. I also think guy's a net. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I just feel like I had a big leak in my game for a while, which was I would overcall spots like this. Then I would run them and just like kind of realize like I'm just like not making money ever with them. Like my opponents just are not bluffing At least a lot of the regs were just not bluffing these spots enough in general. Like obviously I have a lot of outs here. Like I have a 10, which is pretty clean, at least a two pair hands basically. I mean we do block the nuts here. It could be a raise. Like it definitely has to be a raise at a frequency. I'd rather just take jacks. I don't know if jacks would be the main raise here, but it would probably be the one I want. I mean jack 10 is nice, but I think queen jack's better. Queen jack might be better as a call though. But maybe not. Maybe queen jack's just better as a raise. Does it really beat enough with the value? Is he two pair plus when he bets? Because if so, I don't know. Maybe my hand is a call. Like he has a lot of ace-x of spades, right? And we only really have ace-jack suited, so he has a huge advantage. And if we took all the jack 10 and then used that, and then took all the ace-jack, probably just be overbluffing. I mean, we only have 3 combos because I think ace-jack of spades is pure call. So with our number, I mean jack 10, he's gonna be bluffing more with the jack of clubs, I think, than these suits. I don't know what he's doing. I'm just thinking in theory. These suits are gonna have slightly more give ups, but I don't know if that's relevant to the jack though. Because the only offsuit jack X he really has is ace jack here. That's not a pair. And that's obviously the straight. I guess it's just be some like card thinning effect on the flop, but he's betting range on the flop probably as a strategy, so that's irrelevant. So yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I think we're gonna fold here. I think I'm gonna call the video. It's a good night. End of the night also, whatever, lower my variance. I guess I have to call this guy with this hand. It's just too, especially at this depth. If he was shorter, maybe not, but he's opening a 1,000,000,000% of his hands, right? Oh my god. I guess we just have to put money in the pot. I feel like he doesn't have anything though, and if I check, I make more money. A bit half because it looks weaker. I don't think he has sixes. I think he would bet them on the flop. Not that I care. I'm never folding this hand versus this guy. Just gonna bet a size that I would bet with like a flush or like a 7 to induce him to bluff me. So I don't think he has a straight that's really gonna call. I'm gonna make the money here by reopening and him trying to rep like a really strong hand. That's a bluff. Or like, yeah, not a really strong hand. I really don't think, yeah. Well, hopefully he doesn't have pocket sixes. Oh my god. I literally said that end of the night and I got 2-outed. What is with me? I'm getting 2-outed. Whatever. That's just insane. Maybe I should call, because he's probably not calling anything worse there. I would have saved myself 60 bigs. No, but versus the whale, like, he could just have, like... I expected generally more of his slow plays to be, like, 5-3 suited and stuff. He actually rivered. That's insane, dude. He's V-pipping like a billion, too. That's just so insane. He has the... I mean, he could have quads, I guess. I really didn't think he could have sixes. So here I ISO'd and then I... Yeah, okay. This is okay. I don't mind the check here, though. But damn, this guy's way too much money for me to probably sit up now. But this is how all bad nights start. Oh, I'm just gonna check here. I think it makes more money. On a 34 here, I might just flat because this guy's in the hand. I think I'll big bet. I think better probably raises earlier. So they're just gonna have a lot of 1-king hands, and this guy's gonna have flush draws. So I'm just gonna size up. And on the river here, don't think we're really ever beat. Like, I don't know what slow play he would have here. I think we just want to go a size that a king will call. Maybe this. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I should just bet. Okay, save money. Man, I cannot believe that. Alright. Anyway. Actually, do we finish the orbit? How long have I been recording? So yeah. Would have been nice to yeah, if I just called there I would have saved myself money, but I don't think we can justify calling. I mean, obviously it's kinda like versus a reg you would probably just want to call because it's like what is he ever gonna call you with that's worse? But then again, then you could actually bluff the spot because there is a good move behind, but like it's hard to ever reopen there. That I'm gonna defend this here. I didn't sit on X big, I think. Oops. I didn't see that Nikolai was whatever. Then here on the river, I don't think we need to trap anymore a6. We'll bluff catch other hands. I think here you could also, I should actually look at this. I think we could actually bet turn a lot here. That's pretty good. We could probably bet. I think you would probably bet other hands. So ace 5 off's just gonna fold here. Ah, man. I'm a tilter. This isn't open. This does 4-bet at a frequency. We'll see what number we roll. Can't believe the whale. 2-outers me to end the night. It's a common theme with me at 5 in the morning. We open this hand because I think it's a mix, and the guy in the big blind is a bit of a fish. His fold to see is very, very low, as we saw earlier, so I'm just gonna check. There's no point of betting this hand. Probably bluff him on the river. I mean, we can actually bluff now. Maybe he'll fold his ace highs. But our hand's kind of like in the middle, but we have a lot of outs for better stuff. It's hard to know what a fish is gonna fold and what he's gonna not fold here. I don't think he has a jack. I don't think he has a queen. So just to call a worst pair, I'm gonna bet. Oh, he has queen 3. That's so unfortunate. Alright. Thank you all for watching the video. Not the best end of the session, but I think it was a good session. Let me check how much I'm up here. On GG, I think I lost like 500 bucks. Yeah, on stars I made, would have been better before the last hand of the night, but yeah, stars I made about 1200, so, yeah, positive session. Can't complain too much. Well, what am I doing? Yeah, but thanks everyone for watching, and I'm out. Peace.